and welcome to next week's vlog.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi, vlog.
This is all Mary's idea. That's why this one starts this way. We'll get to why this starts this way in a second. Let me get the other stuff out the way real quick, and then we'll do one. So it is one of my vlogs. We're obviously shooting it late and in a weird way that we normally do. Yeah. But so if you don't want to see everything, I get it. There's time codes on all this, so if you need to skip around and make it real easy on you, down under the plate you see the big red play bar. You can click on the little gaps. That'll take you to the next spot. Or you can open the description, you'll see a big list of blue numbers. It'll tell you what everything is, like chapter stops. You click on those numbers. You can jump around, you can jump back and forth. You can watch this over multiple days, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we got that out of the way. We're gonna cook something. Happy New Year! Oh yeah, by the way, Mary, because we're shooting this so early. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Hello. Oh, hi, future people of 2023. It is like, actually, I guess it's December 30th. It's technically the 29th.
It is 3:20 December 30th.
AM, 3:20 AM. So okay. So anyways, so here's your introduction before we get healthy. Oh, I just realized theoretically this should be a very healthy vlog. So the fact that we're just introing it like this is chef's kiss. All right. So I guess okay. Remember last week? I remember what we're doing here. You remember last week? And we made this cocktail for New Year's. That, as Mary points out, is just pretty much pure alcohol. It's a bottle of champagne and a cup of tequila and half a cup of liqueur, orange, and then like half a cup of lime juice. That's all this is. I think Mary had more than me. This is what's left of it. I had plenty.
I had 3 champagne glasses.
This might be 3 for me too, so it probably ended up about 3 each. But I also had a bottle of wine, but also... But
your tolerance is also much higher than mine.
Yeah, Mary doesn't drink nearly as frequently as I do. We're having a good time. That's what we're here to say. It's got better. But
this is basically, if you watched last week's vlog and went, that might sound like fun to do, it will get you drunk AF.
Yeah, just be gentle, like, because again, this was like you said, it was kind of a party cocktail, because like make a picture.
Yeah. Don't not make a picture and split between 2 people.
No, maybe not between 2 people. Wheel of Fortune was fun though, motherfucker.
It was.
And then we went down a rabbit hole of watching the Weekend videos, because we fucking love the Weekend, and we still geek out about going to horror nights and doing the VIP or the RIP tour. And like everybody was cool and nobody hated on the Weekend, but when the guide was like, "All right, who here likes the Weekend?"
Yeah, come on.
We were the only 2. Oh, let's do this.
All right. Come on, Chicky Jack. See you there, Chicky Jack. Come on. Oh, yeah. Crap! The other one's still in there.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry, we're having an evening videos. Oh, yeah, okay. I have my job. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Long story short, these mats theoretically slow him down. All right, Chicky Jack, you got your tail in. Good job, buddy. Sorry, watch the dinner routine. Now Aaron's gonna go. Aaron. Yeah, there you go, Mr. Purr. Enjoy your numbers, buddy. And now the elders, Itty Bit and Napoleon. We have to separate. Listen, other than Itty Bit, everybody else here will just run around and eat everybody's food. So this is the routine. This is their bedtime snackos, which are
bedtime snackos.
Way later. I don't think either of us meant to be up till 3:30. No. I still have to schedule the last week's vlog.
That's your problem, dude. I love you, but that's your problem.
So anyways, the drink. It's not bad. Like, as it chills and settles together, it was good, but...
It was good. Doesn't necessarily need the salt, but oh my god, will get you drunk AF.
And also, she like did the...
And I spaced it out reasonably for me.
For her, yeah. But she was also just sitting and being chill and comfortable and cuddling with kitties while I was upstairs making videos and editing and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's not like I was dancing at the club or whatever.
Right. Although, the Weekend started some things. Can we get another Weekend house at HHN 32? Even though we may be... fingers crossed, we got the Cali side. Well, I mean, not that I want to be on the Cali side per se. Although, I mean, they got the train... Okay, we can't. It's way too early to... Mary already knows, and I had to stop. I was getting too... Hey, welcome to this vlog. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Let's cook something.
Okay, is it Happy New Year? I don't know. I don't know when this is coming out. Honestly, I haven't even showered. I'm doing this on December 30th, 4:43 p.m., 2022. And I realized Mary and I just booked a whole bunch of movies and events for the first week of January, and I realized, when am I going to make something for the vlog? So I was going to make this soup we're about to do anyways. And then I thought, well, maybe I should film it just in case. Or maybe it comes out later in the month. I don't know. So today we're here to make a ham and bean soup. Basically a bunch of leftover ham from Christmas dinner. And they didn't really want to slice that. So I was like, well, I'll take it home, I'll chunk it. And I was like, maybe make a ham and bean soup. And I got a bunch of, So that's what we're gonna do today. And I'm not following any specific recipe. I've looked at a bunch of recipes. I'm kind of winging it. It's a soup, you know, as long as we taste. We got a little bit of prep to do in the beginning. Then it's gonna have to simmer for a while. So I don't know if this will fully be our dinner tonight because it probably won't be ready till like 8 or so. And I'm gonna cheat a couple of ingredients too. You'll see what I mean. Let's pan down and see what we're working with here. So what kind of ham was this? It was like a spiral cut ham? And
yeah, spiral cut ham.
What kind of glaze? It was a little sweet and a little spicy.
Yeah, it's some sort of like maple spiced maple glaze or something like that.
Okay. So I don't know how that'll affect the flavor, but we'll play with it. I have my carrot and celery sticks. That's what I'm actually gonna use because otherwise I don't really feel like peeling all these carrots. I was gonna do a yellow onion and do like half of that, but then I'm like, you know what? I got half a sweet onion left that I can go ahead and just dice up. So we'll get that. We have some already opened low sodium chicken broth. I got some regular sodium chicken broth, salt, pepper, garlic cloves, salted butter, even though it says unsalted, whatever. This is for sauteing some stuff. A little olive oil. I got some garlic powder out, some white pepper, some organic thyme, because I do have thyme in a bottle, and some bay leaf, and we got a bag of navy beans that are gonna cook up in the soup pot. So let's get to prepping here and take my thing off. I'm still having coffee, you know, if you're wondering. But I also realize I need to get this puppy going. And then Mary and I have things we got to do. It's a fun but busy weekend coming up. So we're gonna start working this onion. I thought I opened the compost. I did not. There we go. I'm gonna peel a little of the onion off. Thought I saw something go flying in the floor. All right. Is this onion made of glass? Or will this onion give you gas? Man, we got little prep bowls, you know, so we can set all this aside and get the mise en place done, and then the actual cooking. All right. Yeah, exactly. In the meantime, Mary is gonna entertain you with the dulcet tones of her improvised elevator music. You're so cute. We are filming this. If you saw the vlog that came out on December 30th, you saw us make a very interesting cocktail that Mary and I both enjoyed far too much. And then I don't know, depending on what vlog this is, you may have seen us introduce it while we were enjoying said cocktail. I know this is really, I should not do it this way, but I am being very cautious and aware. I just have my sides are trying to burst out, so I'm trying to hold them in a little bit. And we're gonna go back to safe knife practices here in just a second. Just got this one little leaf over here that wants to be problematic. Since I don't have a lot of onion, I'm really trying to, you know, use the bulk of it here. And we'll give some of that back stuff a little extra little chop. And then we're gonna see what's in our baskets and hope we don't get chopped. Haha. Okay. So let's get this onion up in a little serving bowl for easy dumpage later. Guess I also need to figure out a cocktail for this week. Also, depending on when this comes out, I did talk about going to do something healthy. I'm still planning that this month. I just don't know if it's going to be in the first vlog or not. If this is the first vlog of January, then it's not in the first vlog of the month. Although technically, this is not healthy. Let's put it this way. It's not like fucking hot dogs wrapped in bacon and deep fried and covered in chili, and it's not fucking canned cheese mixed up with chilies and spices and Fritos. Oh, speaking of though, that vlog with the fiery twisted taters where we tried recreating that. The leftover cheese, I took the spices from the potatoes, mixed that and the leftover crumbled fiery Cheetos into the white queso, and honestly it's a little salty, but there's something there. There's an idea there, and it weirdly looks Christmassy. Which may or may not be appealing.
Because you already put peppers in there, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, because there were I put like little green chilies into the queso. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and chop up some carrot and celery. Actually, this stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff away just to get some space on the table here. And then I should tell you about the mushrooms, I guess. So the mushrooms, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I've got some leftover mushrooms from some stuff I made for Christmas. We got some baby Bella and some white mixed in there. I think near the end, closer to the end of the soup, we'll figure it out. We're gonna saute those a little bit, then we're gonna dump them in the soup and see what we get from that. Excuse me. But basically we have 3 more elements to chop up here. And I'm gonna dice a little bit of the, what do you call that? Garlic. What do you call that? I mean, this probably is a little less carrot than I would like to have in the soup, but little bite-sized pieces. But honestly, I just really didn't want to deal with, you know, the idea of prepping the full carrots just didn't sound appealing.
Ba-dum-bum.
I was looking for a little bit more of a face on that, but God, that was so much easier than having to, dropped a carrot chunk in the floor. Come on now. I don't know, this may be somewhere between half cup, 3/4 cup maybe. Oh, where'd you go, little guy? Can't have the cats get to you. I don't think they'd want carrot anyways. Let's see, how much celery do we want? Also gotta clean some of the ends, it's starting to get a little bit old. Let me chop off a little bit of edge here. I mean, it's probably fine, but doesn't hurt. We got plenty here. These are usually, I buy this to dip in hot sauce as a diet snack when I'm, you know, hungry and want flavor in my mouth, but not a lot of calories. I have not been as good about using it as a snack lately because I have sliced turkey and boiled eggs. See, that's the thing, y'all see me cook all the crazy shit. You never really see that I do tend to eat healthy when the camera's not on. Or healthier, at least. Gotta make up for all those bacon-wrapped, deep-fried chili dogs. Yeah, I need to get rid of those. So I don't accidentally pop those in with this. Let me get rid of these ends here real fast. Into the compost chute, flyboy. I don't know. Yeah, I can't believe it's, you know, December 30th and we're over here with the freaking windows open again. I love it. I'm not complaining. It's just weird. Coming out of that deep freeze into this. We had a few days where we were able to chill out. Did you like that?
Uh-huh.
I see what you did there.
I see what you did there.
I'm pretty cool. Oh, now I want to watch Batman. Got me some cool movie tickets today. I guess I can talk about that for a minute while we do the rest of the prep work. Also, random, I did not show you. This is one of the things I made for, these are not the best visual examples, for Christmas. They're like technically no-bake peanut butter cookies. It's kind of a Food Network recipe. So it's 2 Ritz crackers and like a tablespoon of peanut butter between them, just creamy, and then dipped in milk chocolate. And they just said put sprinkles, but I actually made candied sriracha bacon and put that on there, and they're quite delicious. So is my candied sriracha bacon. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and trim the ends off the garlic. As usual, we are about to just use my little mincer. I think I'm pretty much done hand chopping garlic in my life now. So I got 5 good cloves here. Keeping in mind I'm gonna lose a little bit of it to my mincer. And one of those cloves is a little bit dried out, so we'll see how that goes. All right, one more ingredient and then we start cooking. And that is the star of the show, ham sandwich. Technically, I only need about 2 cups. We'll see. We'll see if we just use it all or not. I don't know.
I like my soup meaty. There's probably 3 cups of ham there at least.
Yeah, well, I don't have to use it all. Even though this was kind of the plan. Now, most of the recipes, by the way, have you do this with the ham hock in there, like the ham bone. But I didn't keep that or request it, so. So we're just gonna try and make up for that with a little extra seasoning. Let me just make it really hammy. I mean, it is an TheEricButts soup, after all. What do you think? Just do the whole thing?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
You just may need to add a little extra broth.
All right.
Got a slice there. Pre-existing slice.
It's all gonna get chunked up anyways, so. Yes, I know, it's terrible knife etiquette with my fingers, but I am trying to be aware. Let's see. Honestly, I'm gonna get a little
Okay, we were watching Gremlins,
serving plate.
and we were both wincing just watching her chop whatever she was.
Oh yeah, the mom was like chopping something in there.
Onions, she's doing onions, and it was going like, "You are going to take your fingers off, woman."
Yeah, because she was also like not even watching what she was cutting because she was watching TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did though. We both like were like ooh ooh ooh. We just and we knew we were both oohing about her knife technique. Not saying you know mine's always better, but usually. Let's see. This will go a lot smoother here in a minute. I'm just kind of dealing with the edgy bits here. Oh yeah, this is a lot more ham than... I'm like, I need to make some more hard-boiled eggs and make some like ham egg salad or something. Some of this, I don't know that it all really needs to go in the soup.
Well, if it's too much, you can also set aside some and make like ham and egg omelets or something.
Mushroom, spinach.
Do you still have spinach?
Yeah. Although I was thinking now that I've got some leftover chorizo and potatoes, I have a recipe for a chorizo, potato, spinach taco. I'm like, that could be pretty good. Hello, Napoleon. Somebody smells the ham. I don't know that you can have any of this, buddy.
He can have like interior pieces.
Like something like that.
I guess as long as it doesn't have like the outer.
I got you, the coating. Yeah. Let me find him a piece that's not too huge, so he can actually get to it. Enjoy, buddy. You're like, Daddy loves me.
This is how long before certain other people start showing up.
Luckily, other people's is all sleepies. Ow.
I was giving him some the other night, and then I guess Jack overheard. He like came running from upstairs. He's like, "Is that what I think it is?"
Oh yeah, that's already a good cup. Maybe a cup and a half already. No, fuck, I just realized I should be over here actually drinking my coffee before it gets too cold. This cup may already be too cold. I probably should have left my pot on for the last cup too.
You can always heat it in the microwave.
Shh. Microwaves are cheaters. I'm just kidding. If that's true, then I cheat frequently. Alright. And I think a lot of these soups, it's gonna cook your ham, but I'm like, you know, oh, this is already cooked, so I'm not too worried about that. Honestly, that's probably plenty of ham already. I don't know that I really should put more ham than that in there.
That is a lot of ham.
Yeah. That's maybe close to 3 cups, and I got this much left. He's like, I know what to do with it.
Yeah, I said that can be used for other things. Have some more tea?
Maybe, because you was a good boy. Let Daddy put some of that away. Yeah, actually, that would be pretty good on a sandwich. Slice that pretty good for a sandwich. All right, buddy, I'll give you just a touch more. Let me find you a little piece here. Okay. There you go, Napoleon. Enjoy, bud. All right, we're almost ready to actually cook here. That was dumb. I grabbed a paper towel, and as I was rinsing my hands, I also put the paper towel under the sink under the faucet for some reason.
Oopsies.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm cleaning the knife just in case, but I don't think we really have anything else to do with that. Okay. Oh, coffee, right, coffee. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, that's nice and room temperature-y. All right, so let's figure out what heat we want. I'm thinking like a medium. So we're gonna, yeah, medium heat. We're gonna put some olive oil and some butter. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, tablespoon of butter. It's mostly to saute the stuff in. We're gonna get the onions going. We're gonna put in the celery and ketchup. Celery and carrots after that. Garlic goes in last. Let's see. I am doing a measurement of my oil out of more of a curiosity because we're trying to empty this bottle because it's time to wash it and then seal it better. So I'm curious what was left in there. I was thinking it was not quite 2 tablespoons, and it looks like I'm gonna be right. Although, no, so actually it was pretty much exactly 2 tablespoons. We'll give a little extra squirt there. Good. Well, now I'm glad I forgot to empty this out for the dishwasher last night. Sorry, buddy. No more ham right now, kiddo. And let's get a tablespoon of butter. Oh, butter makes everything better. Put the butter away for now. Actually, we can put the mushrooms away for now because Don't really want to stew the mushrooms in there too long, maybe a little too soft. And then I just found out that if you saute them a little before the soup, it's gonna really enhance the flavor quite a bit. All right. So while we get this butter and oil mixture heating up, I'm gonna kind of check when I do some other elements. Yep, soft, and then we add the stuff and the ham and the garlic. Then we're gonna do up all the broths and the beans and the seasoning. All right. Ooh, coriander. Oh, consider. I was like, okay. Consider adding the carrots later if you want a more chunky consistency, but I want to saute them down. Do a bit of a, oh, this little man is up here, he's trying to climb up. I'm like, Daddy, I still smell ham. There's more ham. I can have more. You made too much for that soup. You know you did.
Napoleon, are you trying to tall boy?
Yeah.
No, Napoleon, no.
Oh, was he in launch mode?
Yes.
I didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, no, he was gathering that energy in his muscles to do a big old jump.
I don't know.
Oh.
All right, onions going in.
Like, crap, Mom saw me.
Oh, I need a utensil. I don't know what utensil I want. Then I guess I can use plastic in here. There's no reason not to. I need some metal spoon forky things like this. All right, let's get these onions coated. Oh, that smells good, dude. Oil and butter, man. Oil and butter. Trying to give you all a better look down into the pot too. Pan down, let me pan down a little bit more and then get more on top of it. There we go. Oh, it smells so good. Man, I don't normally do breakfast, but I was already kind of hungry and this is not helping.
Do you want me to make you some scrambled eggs and ham?
Nah, I appreciate it, but you know me, I don't eat until I've had my coffee, evacuate some things, and then step on the scale. Keep it consistent. Even though, since we were both a bit hungover, I think I chugged a lot of extra water this morning than normal. Yeah, man, that's a really good batch of cocktails that got better with time. Or at least the drunker we got. But, yeah, we felt it. But I got to deck party, I got to go listen to a whole bunch of my songs. I found a whole cache of demos that I haven't listened to in years, and like mostly riff demos, but man, they got me excited. Hell, I played another one when I went to shave, and I was like, oh yeah, that song, I need to do that. Okay. Oh. You know what, Napoleon? You're such a good boy, and you were such a good boy to your mama. Napoleon. There you go. I just put it right there.
You said, oh. I'm so excited you didn't see it.
But that's it, buddy. I can't spare any more ham. He is watching me like a hawk, though. It's like, is he gonna drop something? Maybe. Daddy's sloppy. Daddy's a sloppy bee. Well, if you call your daddy names, that's not how you get more. Actually, you know, since this is a slightly sweeter ham, I'm kind of thinking going with the sweet onion might have been a good call.
Did you go with the sweet onion?
I'm pretty sure it's what that was. It's hard for me to eyeball and tell the difference between a sweet onion and a yellow onion because those are so freaking similar. All right, we're getting there. Maybe about another minute or so. Then we'll put in some carrot and celery and saute that down a little bit longer than most recipes. Yeah.
Aw.
Put some flaming hot Cheetos in here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get my celery and carrots in because I do want them a bit softer.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're Cajun cooking. Some mirepoix. The holy trinity of Cajun food. He's like, but Daddy gives me ham. I know the ham's over there, Mama.
I'm so surprised that somebody else hasn't shown up yet.
He's tuckered. Alright.
I think maybe you found it stay here, but it'll still be a good way to get more. I'll just my dad in here.
Yeah, I know you're there, buddy. I know. You know, maybe I should have actually kind of measured out my seasoning. That's all right. What am I looking for? Approximately, okay, a couple teaspoons of that, maybe a tablespoon of that, a little bit of that. Love the color that celery is turning into. It's getting some life back in it. All right, we're almost to garlic town. Let's see. I realized I had something I could talk about, didn't I? And now I don't remember what it was. I guess all the movies I booked, was that what I was going to talk about?
Maybe.
This week, looks like Monday we're going to go see Babylon. Take my dad to that one. And then, I guess nothing really Tuesday. And then Wednesday we might have some friends over. Okay, so I guess I could cook something Tuesday now that well, no, Tuesday. No, there won't be pasta night this week. That's right, they're closed this week. So then Wednesday we're probably having some friends over to do some videos and fun stuff. Thursday I'm gonna go see Megan. And then Mary's gonna join after that for Puss in Boots, the new one. And yeah, and then later this month I did book, even though it's a Friday, I did book a screening of Skinamarink in the theater. And I don't know. Why did I grab the... Okay. I don't know. Whatever, man. We're just gonna... We'll figure this out ourselves. What about a tablespoon of garlic powder in there? Let's do a healthy amount of thyme.
Is that ground or?
Yeah. Or whatever.
A little bit of time goes a long way.
I know, dude, this is a big old soup. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Trust the chef. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of white pepper. Let's get a little salt in there. Oh, don't go for that, Napoleon. Nope, oh crap. He's licking up some salt.
That salt won't hurt him.
Let's go ahead and mince my garlic. Trying to get this a little toasty, a little aromatic. Now you'll notice I am trying to get this on top of the vegetables so it doesn't burn while I'm doing this. Oh shit. Let's get one more in there. Oh, that's the dried out one. I don't know. It's got some juice in it. All right, I need to stir. There we go. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Mmm. Let's get some ham in there. Just get everything kind of nice and tossed and coated. Just realized. 3/4 cup? Oh, that's 1 3/4. That doesn't do 2 cups.
2 cups or 1 cup?
That's 1.5. Oh shit. Oh, you know what? I can't. I don't have time to fuck with it anymore.
I think it's 2 cups if you go all the way to the top.
All right, where's my low sodium? I'm gonna go 2 cups low sodium, 2 cups sodium, and we're gonna get like 4 cups of water in here. Actually, more so I can kill this bottle. There's like 3 cups low, kill the box, whatever you want to call it. And then let's get a cup of cup of sodium, salty chicken broth. Oh yeah, brother. Okay, now I'm gonna get 4 cups of water in there. Ooh. Hey. 4. I don't know, we may end up having to put more water in here over time because I feel like once the beans go in, which is coming up, 8 cups of liquid doesn't really seem like a lot. Let's give this a little bit of a stir up. Everything nice and blended. Take a sip of coffee. Apparently I need to buy more time. I ran through a bunch of that. All right, pretty sure the beans go in now.
I have more hiding somewhere first.
Well, that's true. We gotta get this rack up, man.
Yeah, we do.
All right, we're gonna add all that. Yep, beans, yep. Okay. All right. So we're gonna put the whole pound in here, whole pound of navy beans. Come on, scissors. Alright, let's get this all stirred together. We're gonna leave that on medium-high until we get it to a boil and then drop it to a simmer. We're gonna cover it, leaving the lid partially off, and simmer for 3 hours, stirring frequently. Well, regularly. And then, once the bean, at some point near the end, maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes to go, maybe I'll saute off some mushrooms and put them in there. And then, when we're done, we might mush a few beans to thicken the whole thing. Get that starch released. And, oh yeah, I want to put a bay leaf in. I'll try to fish this back out later. And, yeah. I think that's about all there is to it. So we'll just kind of keep rolling for a bit until we get this up to the temperature. And I'll work on cleaning things up a bit in here. And it's 5:20 p.m., okay. So soup will be ready about 8:30. All right. In the meantime, Mr. Grinch. All right, did we get everything out of there? No, we didn't. I should have tossed that knife, damn it. Just waiting on the soup to boil. Waiting on the soup to boil. There's plenty of olive oil while the soup is boiling. And of course, we're eventually going to taste for seasoning, but you know, we'll get back to that. I want the soup to actually set up some first. All right, goes back there. I will say though, Mary, the organization you have already done up here has already been fairly game-changing. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, you got a nappy man?
He may have gone back to his bed.
Okay. Let's see who I can find. There just happens to be this spare little piece of ham. Spare little piece of ham. There he goes. The midnight snack.
You can give me like really sleepy eyes and go, is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, he barely did anything. He's just like, no, there's this, okay, yum, yum, yum. Something to nom over here. Okay, no, I'm actually. Oh, man. Oh, here while we're waiting, since I talked about it and didn't get to show it, this is not gonna look pretty, but it actually tastes pretty good. This is the, can you see it? This is the queso. Where are we? Yeah, queso with hatch chili, white queso, hatch chilies, a bunch of seasoning, and like crushed, fiery Fritos, so it has a very Christmas look. It doesn't, I can't say it looks appetizing. It does and it doesn't look appetizing. This is definitely a little bit of both. Okay. We are so close to doing what we need to do. Just need that stuff to boil, baby. I guess I could bring it up to high heat, but well, I don't want a chance of burning anything at the bottom, I suppose.
Slow and steady.
Yeah, but I just feel like, can it be done vlogging for now so I can go back to actually my routine? Take some time to empty the dishwasher because I need to load it. I guess I can just work on that in the background. Put the camera where they can see it. Watch me go to work.
Work, work.
That's right, ladies. Not only do I cook, but I do the dishes. I was about to say I clean, but yeah. I mean, occasionally I'll wipe down the stove and the counters. And that's not to say they don't get clean. I'm just saying usually somebody else gets more annoyed and gets to it before I do. Gee, I wonder who that could be.
No earthly clue.
No ideas. No ideas whatsoever. Oh yeah. I got a good feeling about this soup. Maybe we should put some potatoes in there. Start like trying to use everything in the...
Too bad my potatoes that I harvested earlier this year are not fit to be used.
I know. We never did get around to it. And so they're still definitely not like even just diced up or whatever.
Dude, have you actually looked at them?
Not really.
You should look at them.
Only when I move them out of the way of my hair fryer.
Your hair fryer?
Yes, my hair fryer. Well, I look at them when I'm not doing this. Oh yeah, I see the sprouts now.
Yeah. Sprouted, they're wrinkly.
Just like me! Oh, by the way, you may have noticed, I actually tossed a big old pot. I tossed it. Had that giant pot down there, but it was like the old school, non-stick coating that's very unhealthy. It was all like scratched all to hell. And I thought, you know what? We just keep fighting that thing, and I'm never going to use it because we shouldn't. I was like, well, why the hell wouldn't I just toss it? And I did. And then I had room for my new pot and all the other great stuff. And that drawer is easily openable now. I also got very frustrated because I had Mikey P's grilled cheese flippers, and they turned on me in there, and I almost couldn't get the drawer open one day. Thought I was about to have to break the flippers to get it going. I did not.
Good job.
Slowly but surely, we shall organize this kitchen. Someday. I like that I'm literally putting out content that is, hey, watch this pot boil. Gotta be out there taking bets. Like, will it go now? Will it go now? Come on, man.
If they're watching it boil, does that mean it won't boil?
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe we should knock this shit off. I kid. Alright. Start loading up the old dishwasher. The dishwasher. Are you a dishwasher or a dishwashee? Oh, is it? I'll put those on the ring in a minute. I just need them out of the way before I'm dirty. Kind of blend it in. Blend it in, you say? Nope. Turn my back on it. It's hoping maybe. Yeah, I'll definitely like time code this so y'all can like skip to the.
Oh, now he tells us they say.
Well, no, I'm telling you. That's why I tell you to check them time codes, kids. Because maybe you don't want to watch the pot boil. You're just interested in how the soup turns out. I get it. I can relate. Hello, fellow kids. See, I'm a relatable old man. I'm a cute old man. To boot. Cute booty. My nose is starting to drip. Let's clean a little garlic back out of here. Got a little bit sticking in the press. That did the trick. Not quite.
Yes, Mama's wearing a squishy roll.
Well, got a tricky situation here if the piece of garlic doesn't want to come out of the thing. There we go. You doubted me? You doubted me?
I didn't doubt anything.
How dare you doubt me? What's up? How dare you?
Yes, I do.
There. Okay, I see a little life happening in the pan. We might be getting close, y'all. Might be getting close. That's the key word.
Look at this cute boy.
Oh yeah, he kneeing on his mama. Oh, y'all. Oh, this is the worst part of any kind of big pot thing is like how freaking long it takes to get it up to a boil to drop it to a simmer. Simmer down now, simmer down. Simmer down. Isn't that a thing? Alright, I think this lime juice is probably not getting used. I just forgot I had it, or I might have thrown some in a cocktail last night. But after the picture of cocktails. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's such a good plan. That's what I was thinking. Okay, wine glass. Don't worry about my olive oil bottle. Now with this plate, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack's eyes have been looking a lot better lately.
Yeah, is that his allergy meds working, or you think maybe the allergies are not?
It might just be where whatever he's allergic to might have died down.
Right, that's okay. All right. Maybe this will time out just perfectly right, and we'll get real lucky here. With the timing of it all. Then again, maybe not. You still using that coffee cup, or is it good?
It's good.
Oh, it's good to go, I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any floor dishes from the kitties?
No.
Okay. Okay. I have to do my coffee pot, but my coffee pot will need to cool down.
It probably already has.
No, mine takes a while. The internal components take a while. Get some recycling dealt with here. While I'm being all super productive. Can't remember these broth containers. Those are recyclable, yeah?
I think so.
I feel like we recycled them.
That's one of the newer changes.
Hey kids, change is good.
Unless it's pennies.
I know. I'm just trying to say things so I'm not like literally just being silent while they watch a pot boil. The funniest thing is, Mary, we have everything we need to make another pitcher of those drinks.
Yeah, no. No, I hurt this morning.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But everybody hurts. Oh, we have some floating beans now. That's a good sign. Maybe. All right, now where's my towel? Okay. All right, let's give this puppy a little schmooze around. Oh, that smells really good. Like, really good. All right, everybody. I'm about to give up on letting you watch it boil and go to a simmer, but again, if you're cooking along at home, and as a reminder, I do not consider myself any kind of professional. I'm just kind of learning trial by fire, which is a little easier than trial by combat. Then again, you've seen me wrestle with the spice cabinet in the past, and I don't know. I don't always win that war. Okay. Feeling pretty productive though. Gotta get that ham back downstairs. Seriously though, like, are you ever gonna boil? Got the...
Now you got that song stuck in my head.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I hate that song.
Yeah, so do I.
Because it was, mostly because it was so overplayed.
Bob and Sherry, I hate that song with a passion because they were forced to play it like once an hour for a couple of years.
Yeah. I could see that being an issue.
You're going like, we're a morning radio show. Why are we playing this bummer music?
Yeah, exactly. Because that's the way to start everybody's day off wonderfully. Like here, everybody hurts, life sucks, enjoy your day at work. Oh man, I can't believe I got such a late start. It's already like past 5:30, I still gotta go shower. That's okay, we'll figure it out. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna have for main dinner.
For main dinner?
Before second dinner, because this probably ain't gonna be done till 8:30 or 9 o'clock at this point.
Is it supposed to be warm again tomorrow?
I don't know, maybe. We got a fun dinner tomorrow though. New Year's Eve with the crew. I'm gonna have this ahi tuna burger that has like a Thai peanut sauce on it and stuff. It's gonna be good. Saturday, 66% chance of rain. Ugh. High of 58, low of 44, so not as good as today.
What's the temperature right now?
65. 65, that's crazy.
I'm thinking I should probably just go ahead and take those icicle lights down.
Oh, well that's true, because we have to get them fixed. Yeah, we almost have a boil happening here, everybody. The
windstorm?
Well, yeah, the ice and windstorm literally severed parts of her icicle cables, decorations.
What it is?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Like where they go into each individual icicle.
Oh, it like took the wiring out, damn.
Yeah, well, theoretically that should be able to solder it back in.
That smells really good. All right, I'm gonna give this a stir and we're gonna bring this down to a simmer. So as soon as it kind of comes back up, we'll put it down. Ha! Just like the American government system, am I right? Okay. I'm just gonna slowly bring this down so we can maintain a simmer. I'm down to medium low. See what we get from that. And okay, looks like a nice little gentle simmer. So I'm gonna go ahead and lid this bad boy up and hope the cats don't get curious for 3 hours. Now obviously we've got more, so we're not done. Echo, set timer for 3 hours.
3 hours, starting now.
All right, and then again, I'm gonna watch this a little bit longer and make sure it does stay at a simmer and I haven't turned it down and then it stops doing anything. But that's where we're at now. We'll come back when we deal with the mushrooms and then we'll finalize the soup and see. Hey, look at me, I took a shower. Put on a cool shirt. We're just over an hour left of the 3 hours. I want to give you a little heads up on the soup. One thing, I totally forgot to rinse the beans. Whoops. What that probably is going to do, and probably what I'm having to do this, is adding more starch to my soup. So it is thickening, it's soaking it up more. So I am having to add more liquid. I've already added about half a cup of water, and then I went ahead and put another cup of regular chicken broth down in there. We've been stirring every so often, and we may still want to put some in there so it does become more of a soup, less of a stew. So I'll update you on that as we go. We'll turn the camera down here in just a second. I'll show you what it looks like. Then we're gonna get these mushrooms sauteed and in there. And that's probably when we also need to put some more broth in there. I am tempted to open a different broth and mix in maybe some vegetable broth for some other flavor. But then again, maybe just keep using the chicken broth. I took a little taste. It tastes pretty good so far. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, just a tiny sip of, you know, the, what's the word I'm looking for? Tiny sip of the broth, just to get a sense of it. And it's got a nice little flavor. The house smells delightful. And I've been, you know, fighting on my simmer. But you can see, I mean, it's It's already a pretty thick soup as is, so I may even go ahead and add some more. I think I am gonna go ahead and add some more chicken broth. Let's do that. And I might actually go ahead and add, I think I'm gonna add another cup of chicken broth, another half cup of water, and that way hopefully we'll have a little room to play with the mushrooms once they go in. So that's half a cup. Half a cup. So far we've added an extra cup of water and 2 extra cups of regular chicken broth. Just so you know, if you're keeping up at home. See, that's a little more like the soupiness I want. So you actually get some broth in your spoon, maybe even a little bit more. But I mean, this is looking pretty good so far. Just give that a little stir. Let that come back up to a simmer. All right, now I'll put the chicken broth back in a minute. I've not had any dinner, but I am having some wine. I might be able to hold out. Mary and I have some gaming we gotta go do. So I might be able to hold out until after. Maybe I'll just eat the last hard-boiled egg and then we'll go do this. Let's see, I'm gonna go, come on. We're gonna start with some medium heat. I got about a tablespoon of butter, small saute pan. Like I said, however much mushroom that is, that's basically some baby bella and some white. Let that pan heat up a little bit and bring my temp back over here until we bring the heat back up in the soup. I honestly feel like maybe this needs a pinch of cayenne, a very tiny pinch. I don't want to overdo it for Mary. And also I'm thinking with serving, this might be good with a dash of lime juice and some cilantro on top. Not cooked in, but like, you know, when you get in the bowl, squeeze a little lime wedge and drizzle a little cilantro on there. I could see that being pretty good. I would probably do a butter oil mix on these, but you know, I don't have my oil thing out now. This is almost coming back up to heat, so we can take this back down in a second. That's feeling pretty good. Let's get the butter. Trying not to actually use the metal utensil on the, there we go. Probably could have had my heat up a little bit more. Also, I am on one of the smaller burners, so there is that. I'm gonna put my broth away while we're waiting on that.
Are you still filming?
Yeah, I'm sauteing the mushrooms.
Okay.
Get them in the soup. If I can do this within 18 minutes, we can go play, and we can do a 40-minute before the soup is done. Otherwise, we may have to wait till the whole soup is done. I don't know. Mary's outside taking those icicle lights down. It's a shame. They are very pretty, and we like to have them up. But again, that ice storm really did a number. All right, this is starting to come back up, so we're going to take that back down to a medium-low. Let that be simmering. It's been doing a lot of boiling when I meant to be simmering. Maybe I didn't need a whole tablespoon of butter. We'll see, because these mushrooms will shrink up. Thought about using a bigger pan. Aw. Well, Jack's over there, what's the word, like flinching in his sleep. Aw. Baby boy, you okay? You're not having nightmares, kiddo. You just be dreaming of chasing strings and sparkle balls and all the beautiful things in life. Getting pettins and lovin's from your mama and your daddy. All right, let's get these mushrooms in the pan. I want all of them. Give me all of them. Okay, just kind of get these coated in the butter here a little bit. I mean, I'm still on a medium heat. I'm gonna take that up to a medium high for right now. I feel like these should be sizzling a little more, but I thought the moisture content would do that, but I guess not. Maybe I could have used a little bit more butter. And we don't have to cook these all the way, but you know, I wanna get in there on them. We're basically trying to kind of cook out some of the moisture, so it'll be a little more potent mushroom bite when you get it. Smells good. But I mean, it's butter. It's butter and mushrooms. And of course, you know, these were like already pre-washed and everything. I don't mind this other stuff in here. Tempted to try the old flip and toss, but I don't feel confident enough in my abilities just yet.
You gotta start somewhere.
I know, but I have finite mushroom right now. I don't want to over...
Yeah.
I don't lose half the mushroom and then like, why did I bother?
I'm gonna grab some gloves out of here. Go feed the birds.
Gotcha. I'm gonna hit this with just a tiny, tiny bit of salt. Help bring that moisture out. Now that butter's starting to sizzle a little bit. This guy, come on. And we use the salted butter. Yeah, I can see they're starting to do their job here. Just wanted to break that one up a little bit. It was bothering me. Should make sure that stock gets cooked, or you know, warmed up a little bit at least. How are we doing over here? It could use a little more heat. Simmer's not quite there.
It is warm in the garage.
Right? I actually had to go turn the AC on upstairs. The office has gotten quite toasty. I got the Mary and I went down a rabbit hole of music videos by The Weeknd last night too, so we just couldn't stop until we finally were able to force ourselves. We are big fans. We were the only fans in our RIP group at Horror Nights. We were probably the only, I mean, I think the other people enjoyed it, but we were the only ones that like were hyped for it. And our awesome tour guide had like this, okay, that's starting to boil a little more than simmer. Had like this spiel he gave about the house, and he's like, it starts off like, anybody here fans of The Weeknd? Mary and I are the only ones like, woo! Because, you know, we even watched all the videos that the house was based on before we went, like we were watching a horror movie or something. And I think people sleep on The Weeknd, dude. Like, even if you're not a huge fan of his music, check out some of his videos, especially if you're a horror fan. This guy definitely has horror fandom in him. He does some very interesting things.
He does like a special effects makeup.
Mm-hmm. And his concept videos.
Yeah.
I think these are getting fairly close. I feel like I do want to like, I don't know, what do I do about all this mushroom au jus? I don't necessarily, do I want that in? I guess I want that in there. That'll just flavor the broth more. Again, kind of creating my own soup here. Starting to get a little bit bolder with my faith in my cooking, my creations. The nice thing about doing it in these videos, I'd like that one to soften up a little bit more. The nice thing about doing it in these videos is when I want to recreate something, I can go back and watch and write down the recipes. No, that's actually, I should leave that heat where it is. That's a good simmer over there. Okay, and these are still going to soften up in the soup some, because they're still going to have close to an hour of boiling in there, so I think that brought out a pretty good amount of moisture. Like, you know, how do chefs do this? It's kind of slimy, so it's a little viscous. But I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off the heat. And whoops, shit. Take the lid off here for a minute. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. All right, I'm just putting it all in, basically. Getting that au jus in there as well. Am I using the term correctly? I'm not entirely sure. All that buttery, mushroomy flavor. All right, let's give this puppy a nice little stir. Let's bring you in here a little bit better. There you go. Incorporate all that mushroom down in there. Oh, wow. The smell is starting to get fantastic. I have another soup I want to create, and I was realizing it is a potato-based soup, and I have some leftover potatoes. And I thought, well, I kind of want to put some mushroom in there too, I think. I don't know. I don't want to tell you too much about it because I don't want to spoil the surprise yet. I imagine I will do that on video when I do it. God, that is still a really... You know what? We want to keep this soupy. I'm going to put another cup of broth in there. Screw it. Another cup of broth, another cup of water. Let's go to town. Because I don't want this to be a stew. I do want this to be a soup. This will probably kill this box anyways. So one. This is the regular broth. Yeah, there's just a touch more in there. So that's another cup of chicken broth. And another cup of water. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sitting here tempted to be like, well, what if I put some red wine in here? All right, let's give that a nice little stir. Let's get all that incorporated. There we go. We're back to being a bit of a soup. And then I would like to get a little sense of what we're tasting here. Oh shit, that is good. Okay. 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 You know what though? I feel like we need... I mean, I feel like you could use a touch of salt, but I'm afraid to over salt it because sometimes I get a little aggressive. But look, I got a little cayenne. Just a little. See, just this light little sprinkling. I mean, what is that? That's like a pinch of cayenne. It's hardly any. Yeah, the starch from the beans in there, man. It's mixing nicely with that mushroom. And you know what, screw it. I am gonna put just a tiny pinch of salt. Again, very little. I mean, I don't even know if that's really enough to do much. Yeah, some of the beans are breaking apart and Alright, let's go again. Let's give that another little, see what that seasoning did. Yeah, before we're done, it might still need just a tiny bit of salt, but it's getting there. It's getting there real good. All right, let's get this back up to a simmer and all that. And I guess Mary and I can go play some video games. Oh, we got to get up there soon. Well, this can go a little long if it needs to. Just make sure to give it a nice good stir before we go. Make sure there's plenty of extra liquids in there, hopefully. But if we do have to add more liquid, I'm thinking about throwing in veggie broth, quite honestly, just to give it a little more depth of flavor. You know, mixing different broths will bring more flavor to it. or a more complex flavor, really, in the sense that there's more to taste in there. Okay, in the meantime, let me put the lid back on the salt so I don't forget. Might also could use another dash of the white pepper, or maybe even some black pepper, to be honest. You know, I mean, I guess multiple peppers. Actually, you know what? I say that. I'm gonna do that. Let's get some black pepper in there. "12 really good grinds, just till I start to really smell it." Interesting, these mushrooms really kind of want to band together. They don't, I mean, they're not sticking together, but like, they want to swim together. They don't really want to get in with the beans that much. And now, honestly, I want to taste it one more time. Make sure I didn't fuck it all up. Also, I'm hungry, and it tastes good. Damn it. All right. Yeah. Just a little more salt. It definitely needs a little more salt. You gotta remember the ham may bring salt. Actually, a little bit more than that. There's a lot of liquid in here. But this is definitely turning into something quite delightful. And you know what, I am going to give it one more taste test, but I'm actually going to try some of the other materials this time, not just the broth. Because I do need a sense of it with like a little bit of ham. Hopefully I can find a tiny bit. Hear Vin Diesel outside again. I'd like to get a bean or two in there too. Calm down, your family's fine, Vin. Here we go. Hot. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep. Whew. Burned my tongue a little. Alright, let's get that back on the simmer for that last little bit. Oh shit, it is, we're getting a little late. A little late in the game here. How do we think on thickness? I mean, if it thickens up more, it's gonna be a little weird, but where's Mary now? Because I was hoping we'd be ready to go do some gaming we need to do so that we can sit down and watch the movies that we need to watch. Ooh, it's starting to smell really good. That garlic is really coming in. Oh yeah. That is going to be pretty tasty. Okie. We got a nice simmer going. We'll bring that heat to back to medium low. Oh shit, that's right. We're gonna get this pan in there. That's why I moved to that. You always call me when you're blue. All right. Well, that is what we've got, and there's like 42 minutes left. I'll be back. All right. There's like 11 and a half minutes left on this, but I'm tired of waiting, and it seemed like it was pretty good to go before. So let's take one last little look. One last little seasoning. Now, it's interesting that the mushroom has almost created a little That's scum. I don't know what the word is. I mean, it gets back in there, but it's just where it's boiling. You're too late. You missed it. But I mean, look at this. This looks pretty good. And it's, it's a reasonably brothy soup. So I'm going to taste test and see if we need to hit it with anything else just real quick. And Mary, you are welcome to try too and see if you have thoughts.
Wish you had told me you were going to do this.
When did you put...
I just put a throat lozenge in my mouth because I thought we had another 10 minutes before we were doing anything.
I'm sorry, I'm hungry and you don't have to. Ew, gross. Nope, that's great. That's fucking great. That doesn't need shit. Okay.
No?
I'm gonna give me a bowl. Did you want? Are you gonna? I don't know what. We never really discussed it because this is so late. Did you already eat? Are you having some?
I had a bagel to tide me over, but I could eat.
Well, you want to grab me one of these bowls for you? There's only like 2 of them, and it's not the super wide ones. Did I boil all the ham out of it? Like, I want some ham.
It's all down the bone, dude.
That looks like a mighty fine bowl of soup. Alright, let's gonna plate some Mary. She doesn't get any ham. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I would not do that to my lady. Or would I?
Bum, bum, bum.
Alright, we should switch cameras over so we can give you close-ups. Look at this lovely looking soup. I still wonder if a little lime juice, little cilantro, but maybe it doesn't need it, because what I just tasted pretty good.
Yeah, just Dr. Blue, you know a bowl of this first if you're going to do it that way.
What?
Well, I said if that's something you want to try, just do it to a bowl of soup.
Oh, I was saying that's something you do as a bowl. You wouldn't do that in the kettle anyways.
Okay.
That would be like, last minute thing. Okay. I'm excited to try this. And as soon as you have a second, I would like you to help me get a good thumbnail. Oh, yeah, I gotta wipe the side of my bowl. Both these bowls. Probably could use a little side wiping. And it's hard to do with the camera in the hand. Is that a good shot? Does everybody like that shot? Oh yeah, I guess I should get a nice photograph as well. Here, I'm gonna hand this up to you if you're ready for me, alright? You might want to get on the other side for the thumbnail part. Cute. There's the thumbnail. Maybe I want to do this without all this crap in the background too. Actually, you know what I should do? Hold on. Because that is a pretty nice little layout. Let's see. Let's get a more proper background for a photo right quick. I like this because you can actually see all the things in it. I kind of plated mine just right. What was in your way? Hi.
I smell something good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do, buddy.
It's the best way to get over there.
How about you?
This way?
How about you don't, buddy?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Paws off the table.
I know it smells good.
Paws off the table. Come on. Down you go.
Daddy knows it smells good. Okay. You come around there and just get the thumbnail. And we can get in there. So again, kind of face and definitely try to show the soup as best like.
Face a little upwards.
Cool. Because I have learned that The thumbnails that bring in the most views are the ones that have food and face. I'm sure this is hot, but I gotta know. Let's get a little bean, little ham, little mushroom, little carrot. If I can get it. Oh crap. There we go. Maybe a little celery in that bite. Let's get a perfect bite, can we? Perfect bite. I'm aware. Especially because the beans will retain heat. I'm a fucking genius. Culinary genius. It is a little hot, but I would like to get Mary's opinion. So, see.
Hot or did you put...
Temp hot.
Okay.
I did hit a dash of cayenne in there, but nothing crazy.
Question, are we still playing Find the Bay Leaf?
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully I didn't just show mail I'm not supposed to. But now I have to go back and find out. Hopefully I remember. Oh, you're gonna eat it from mine.
Oh. That's right.
That is my dinner.
Well,
I know,
that's where the spoon was.
Sorry. I just assumed maybe you were gonna, when you went for my spoon, I thought you were gonna take it and try it in yours.
Just making sure I don't have a bay leaf in here.
Yeah. I guess I should go looking for it. Definitely, yeah, it's definitely temp hot, so definitely blow on it a bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna dig around here real quick and just see if I can easily find the bay leaf. Wait. Oh, let me tip. I'm not filming you. Just so let me know if when you're ready is what I was gonna say. Found it. Here, I got it stuck on the side of the pot. I'll come back to it. It's a subtle soup, but I mean, I think it's very tasty. It's gonna be one of those, the flavors are gonna, yeah. The flavors are gonna build on you as you eat it too.
I'll let you know when I can actually taste it. That was too hot. I tried too soon. I mean, you gotta let the lava melt.
She flew.
It scalded my tongue.
She flew too close to the sun. I mean, I did mention it was hot. I'm sorry.
I know you did, but you also ate yours like super fast after getting the spoon out.
I'm super hungry.
So I thought, well, maybe it's not that bad.
Yeah, man. That ham, that navy bean. Look at that beautiful bite. Look at that beautiful bite. Definitely glad you flipped that mail for me because I would have filmed it just now. It's good times. Good times at the OK Corral. Yeah, I like this broth too. It's a nice color. Nice consistency. Just a little bit of thickness, but still a nice little soupy broth. I know that's the best angle. Oh yeah. Yeah, man, I like it. I don't think it really needs anything. I mean, maybe for me, just a touch more salt, if anything, but I don't even know that it needs that. I think its flavors are working on its own, I think.
I think so, yeah.
All right.
And I think the sweetness from the ham works well with this.
I agree. Yeah, just that little hint of sweetness. And the mushrooms in there, a little butteriness. Yeah, that's pretty dope. I did not go too heavy with the thyme, after all. All right, there you go. There's your boy. There's your boy making an awesome fucking soup.
That may or may not be this week's vlog.
It'll be some week's vlog. It's probably this week's. This week's getting pretty busy. Speaking of getting busy, I'm gonna eat this so we can go play our damn video game.
Oh, so graceful itty bitty over there.
Oh, I don't know if she's in the shot. No, I think the counter was hiding her. I don't know if it's hiding her.
Personal time.
Now it's on camera. Of course, the alarm's gonna go off in a minute, and I'm actually kind of curious about something. Don't say anything yet, but I'm kind of curious about something, so I don't really want to cut yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat a little more soup.
on camera. We don't know. Something might happen. It might not.
It might not.
I know. I noticed. It's mostly because he has nowhere else to go.
But it looks like he's going out his way to stay on the hoodie. So he has a little area outside the hoodie he could be
That
in.
is true. That is true.
It smells like daddy.
Shouldn't. I don't really wear the hood that much.
It's still on your person.
That's true. Yeah, man, this gives me hope for my potato concoction. Oh shit, those mushrooms are a great idea in that. 9 seconds.
7, 6, 5.
They really are. They give a nice
3,
nice flavor burst, man.
2, 1. Happy New Year!
Well, that's disappointing. Echo, stop. Echo, set timer for 10 seconds.
10 seconds, starting now.
I'm wondering because we changed something after we set the timer. Because it said in your timers with theme. We turned on a theme. Echo, stop. Whatever, we turned on the avatar theme. I don't see it working anymore.
Echo. Go home. Echo. Go to Avatar theme.
Sorry if yours is named Echo,
Alright.
by the way.
Avatar theme, epic version by l'Orchestra Cinematique. from
Nope, gonna get
Spotify.
sued, gonna get sued. Here, Dad wants to eat. It's a pimento cheese and bacon jam and pretzels. I got like a tuna bowl, and Mary got the woven shrimp. Happy New Year's. This looks delicious. I need to get photos. Now you can eat, but I would like to try a little if I may.
Oh, I don't know.
Just give me the tiniest piece and let me try that mirror cheese. That's all I'm asking. But yeah, this all looks great. Because I was gonna get that, but because I thought Mary would get this, I forgot she doesn't like raw tuna, and that looks great. Salads. Mary has the Leslie Ann. This I should show the menu. I don't even know if you can hear me over the music, but I went a little lighter because goat cheese and prosecco. Dad got the same. I think he might regret it, but the tuna stuff was amazing, by the way. Let me show you the menu real quick, and then I'm gonna take a picture of Mary's salad so she can eat it. They did change the menu from when we booked quite a bit. We looked into it. I don't mind. There's some great stuff on here. No, I got it. I know what I'm doing. Okay, let me get a photo so she can eat real quick so they can eat it. I have to show them theirs. I can get it. Oh, that looks really good. I'm about to taste that sauce, though, whether he lets me or not. Scallops. I'm excited about that risotto. I'm tasting her risotto.
Probably the best part of the dish.
Right on. You want to say hi?
What up? Hi! Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year.
Lobster spaghetti.
And we've made it to dessert. Mary got hers to go. We're stuffed. My lobster spaghetti was amazing. I'm sitting here being really snarky about the band music. It's really annoying me tonight. Every single song sounds exactly the same, and I'm so bored. Luckily, the food and beverage and company is amazing. Cheesecake. Hey, everybody. Mary.
What?
It's your
This
show.
is your fucking movie.
It's your show.
That's not my
It's
show.
your show. Sorry, we had a day. We had a fun day, but a day. All right, we're here to talk about The Fabelmans. Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans. We're on our pre-Oscar watch, currently Golden Globe watch. We've just about cleared all the Best Picture nominees, except for 4, and we haven't even started on those except RRR, but who knows? It's just the Golden Globes. So The Fabelmans, no spoilers.
So see,
It's a semi-autographical version of Steven Spielberg's childhood. Yes, please. I'm sorry. Suddenly pizza and wine's hitting.
well, I was going to ask, since you're the one who is the goer downer of rabbit holes, once you
Going
watched
down her rabbit hole.
Once you watched the movie, did you go to see like how, if there's anything saying like how much of it is true
No,
and
no.
how much of it is fable?
I like that pun, but no, I did not. I think it's because I was the night I was feeling very musical. I'm writing this new song that's like, holy shit. I want you. Sorry. To show me. No, that's not how that
stop
song.
it, stop it.
Okay. Anyways, you'll find that song when it happens. But no, listen, I was super fucking excited for this because listen, Spielberg is a goddamn master. He may not be swinging out and banging out the hits like he once did, but what he's banging out now is almost every bit as great as
they're still as great of movies. They're just maybe not as blockbustery, cultural, zeitgeisty, you know, and that's fine. That's not enough.
West Side Story, didn't he?
Yeah, and again, it landed, but it didn't land with because again, we're comparing to things like Jaws and E.T. And so when I say something like that, I'm referring to that. He is still a fucking master at what he does. And I loved the vast majority of this movie. I was a mild bit disappointed with some things. My general thoughts, we'll give you again your baseline general.
It was interesting. Again, I now that I've watched the movie, I want somebody to tell me, it's like, okay, how much of this is real? Because some of the shit going down was like, oh, really? You don't say.
I'm thinking a lot of the family drama stuff is real. And some of the filmmaking side is a little more fanciful.
So I'm going to guess his parents aren't around anymore.
I don't know, but that's neither here nor there exactly for this. We don't know. You spent the appropriate amount of time on it. But I think what my thing is with this, basically where I came out of this, I think the parts of this movie that focus on his learning to love the magic of cinema and filmmaking, and then him learning the filmmaking, coming up with these new solutions for things with no money and new tricks and techniques, and getting his friends together to go make movies and take it seriously. That stuff is phenomenal. That is the absolute heart and soul of this movie and the pure joy of this movie. And I feel like a lot of that comes from his real childhood. Maybe slightly embellished, but we know he was doing stuff like that. It also encouraged me to go and look up how much would it cost to buy an RE Super 16 camera today. Shockingly, just as much as it used to before the digital revolution. Like even used, there's still like 10 grand without all the bells and whistles. Yeah, you still need like a crystal sync motor at that point and some lenses, and it's like, that might get you some, you know, get you an eyepiece, it gets you the body, it gets you a couple of 400-foot magazines, but keep in mind too, before the video camera and digital revolution, I used to buy American Cinematographer magazine, and there was always ads for sale, and I think it's the same company, Visual Products, that they used to sell this Anton Bauer, I think, 16mm package that was a crystal sync motor, a couple of magazines, it came with a zoom lens, the eyepiece, and maybe a battery, and it was like $10,000, $15,000 back then. I just daydreamed about that left and right. And then digital happened. And anyways, Joe Begos does 16, I love it. So anyway, okay, so back to the movie. That stuff I loved, obviously, right? Like even that conversation should show you that clearly that shit hit with me. The family drama element of it, it feels kind of middle of the road. Like it feels like he wanted to show the drama he had to be brought up with, which is drama. And again, to each person, their worst experience in their life is just as worse as anybody else's because it's all about how you experience it. On the grand scheme, look outside looking in, yeah, you can say this person is having a worse life than this person, but as an individual experiencing something, the worst thing you ever experienced is just as bad as the worst thing anybody else has ever experienced because that's your perception of what is the worst thing. You follow me on that? I don't know, so my problem with this is, it was drama. It was unfortunate. It sounds like, you know, there were some rough patches in his life for sure. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, it's not that dramatic compared to other people's, you know, like from the outside looking in. Yeah. It's like, to outsiders, But the performances are great. Yeah. Michelle Williams, fantastic. Seth Rogen, fantastic. Paul Dano, fantastic. I thought there'd be a little bit more of the, get a real job stuff than there was.
There's a fair amount.
There is some of that, but the trailers made you feel like there was going to be more of that discussion of making art is a real job. No, science is a real job, but they didn't delve as deep into that. So that's what I'm saying. The drama side, not as dramatic as I would have expected, but the fantasy, love of cinema, magic of making movies side, fucking chef's kiss. So I was a little just disappointed on the other side. It didn't click as well for me as I had hoped. But I had a really good time with it. Probably could have shaved half an hour out of it. I hate to say that about any movie, but again, because I was just kind of with the drama, I was like, That's why I kind of felt that way. But the kids and everybody were great.
Yeah.
Glad I watched it. I feel like I don't know that I want to watch it again, except I would watch it again for the him making movies as a child sequence and then screening them. That stuff is the bread and butter of this movie.
So you would watch it again with the caveat of going like, sure.
Yeah, maybe we'll just chapter skip the drama stuff because, it's nothing unusual. It's not like it's specially done or anything, so.
Let's fast forward and say, oh yeah, that thing happened, and then,
it's like, oh, now we're back to this next movie he's gonna make. This brings me back. Yeah, pretty much. So that's my thoughts on The Fabelmans. You got anything else?
I did not go into it with all the expectations that you had.
True, yeah.
So it was like, it was cute. Would I watch it again? Probably not.
Yeah.
It's again, with the finite amount of time that I have.
Well, that especially.
Rewatching anything is a luxury.
Especially, yeah. Especially with, you know, because we get older too, and there's so much stuff to watch now, but yeah. Right. So that's The Fabelmans.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about another thing. Hold on. Focaccia! All right, so we're going to talk about another pre-Oscar possibility, definitely Golden Globe nominated film. We're going to talk about Damien Chazelle's Babylon. So, a lot of people shitting on this movie. A lot of people are like, what the fuck was that? A lot of people are like, huh? I took Mary, I took my dad, and we all fucking loved it, man. Like, goddamn, that is an awesome movie.
For the most part.
We do have a couple of minor nitpicks, and I think it's pretty much the same thing. And like Cinema Snob, if you've seen his review, we're probably in the same boat he is. That is a damn near perfect movie.
Yeah.
For our tastes, at least.
Like I said, I enjoyed it. There are a few things, though, that if you have some hang-ups, you're going to want to walk out of the movie.
That's true. I'll put it this way, no spoilers. But in the first 30 minutes or so, I seriously, in my brain, I'm thinking, holy shit, is this what happens if like Hollywood gives Lloyd Kaufman a budget and lets him go crazy? Because it feels vaguely similar to a trauma film, like a Lloyd Kaufman trauma film at times. And I'm like, I didn't know I was getting this amazement in my life.
There are some serious levels of gross out.
There's a litmus test very early on.
Yeah. And there's some serious levels of debauchery.
Oh, the debauchery is just nonstop, and we'll get into that a little bit. But there's a particular shot or two in the pretty much very beginning, like we're talking 1-2 minutes into this, that I'm surprised more people didn't walk out. Because I did notice
there were multiple points in the movie I went, yeah, I just don't.
It was a little bit grosser, and there's a little bit of violence on occasion that was a little unexpected, but the energy in this is amazing. It is a fever fucking dream. Margot Robbie is amazing in this. The guy who plays Manny, I'm sorry I haven't learned his name yet. I see why he's gotten noms. He's amazing.
Diego Cruz?
That sounds close, if not correct. Brad Pitt, shocker, fucking amazing. But yeah, and again, I'm a cinema guy. I'm a filmmaking guy. I come from Hollywood, and there's a particular scene I want to talk about in here, but without spoilers, but we'll get to that. But so this landed for me so well, and I was just charmed, and like the whole time I just, what the fuck am I watching? I love this. So basic premise of this movie, it's about a few different types of Hollywood people starting from nothing and building something for most of them in the era of silent film stars that transitions into talkies.
Yeah.
For you young whippersnappers that didn't know, somewhere in the mid-late 20s, up until then, all films were silent films. They didn't record sound. They put text on the screen for the dialogue.
And you had to have pianos or whatever in the actual venue to play music.
Yeah, and that wasn't even all the time. And then they went to talkies, which is they figured out how to do synchronized sound picture, and it's a game changer. And they talk about that, and they go through it in here, and it does become a big plot point. It is a 3-hour movie that probably, it's like 3 hours and 9 minutes, probably could have got away at 2:45, 2:50, but because I think, we'll just get to it. Here's our major nitpick. Without spoiling anything, I love this movie all the way up until the end, and it's not what the ending does or says, because what it does and says is beautiful, but it definitely meanders in the ending. Like, there's a bunch of points in the ending where it's like, you could end it here, you can end it here, you can, like, we're sitting like, okay, we get it, we get it, no, we get it, yeah, we get it
now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just kind of felt like how do we end this thing?
How do we wrap out of this thing? It's like, well, let's just throw in all the endings. And individually, they're all great. There's some really cool stuff in there. But at that 3 hour and, you know, before credits, we'll say like past the 3 hour mark, it's like, okay.
You can stop now.
Yeah, because also it's been such a fever dream, it can be exhausting by that point, because it's like boom, bam, bing, bang, boom. And if you don't know, Damien Chazelle did Whiplash, which I still need to see. I know, don't at me, I know.
Are you rushing or are you dragging?
I know, I need to see it. Like, if I'm gonna react to all of his other movies the way I have, I need to watch Whiplash. And of course he did La La Land. Yeah, motherfucking La La Land. And First Man, Tension Supreme, which I want to talk about in this movie.
I have no idea what First Man is.
That was the first man on the moon, like them building the rockets and like the first takeoff and like the tension, the sound design in that film.
I didn't see that one.
Did you not see that? It was an Oscar thing.
Yeah, you went and saw it without me.
Oh, well.
I think you may have gone with your dad.
You may have got lucky. Well, yeah, she probably did get lucky that night because I was probably hyped on excitement. So, okay, I know I'm doing most of the talking, so I want to get into the tension scene, but you have some generalities you want to...
Wait a minute, we're talking about Babylon still, right?
Yeah, Babylon. Babylon. I was disappointed it was not about a bunch of babies starting a lawn care service. I thought it was a Boss Baby spinoff.
No, I enjoyed it. There's a few points where I went, huh, it's not that period. It doesn't seem to be figuring into certain things, but okay, whatever. I'm also going like, did women actually wear, even in that part of society where women wearing stuff like, again, my brain goes weird places.
I don't think people, like, you know, today people like to joke about Hollywood debauchery, and listen, it's gonna be there. Some of that shit's still really there. I think it was probably this debaucherous back in the day. I think it's less debaucherous now because of media and internet and video and accountability and cell phones. You know, but back then there was no way anybody knew anything unless you were there. And if you just heard stories of things that happened there, you'd never, if you just heard the stories, you'd never fucking believe it. It sounds too wild, but that shit was for reals. Tobey Maguire shows up in this near the end. He's amazing. God. It's creepy. There's a point in this movie, I'm like, oh God, Mary, I'm so sorry. I didn't know this was gonna turn into Aronofsky's mother. But it's fucking phenomenal the way it plays out.
Yeah.
The endings are the perfect kind of unsatisfying while being perfectly satisfying because they're very real. It leaves some things hanging. It doesn't leave everything hanging. There's some sadness, and like, even though it's been such a fun, lovable ride, then you kind of get near the end and some sad shit happens. Like, but I get it, Like, it doesn't make me dislike the movie any, but just like, oh man, I was on such a fucking high with this. And it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. There's a great speech in here about like movie stars and versus journalists. So this is not really spoilery, but it's just talking about that legacy that long after you're dead, people will still appreciate you because of being in films. And that whole speech is fucking chef's kiss. But for me, I know I am sorry I'm taking over most of the talking in this, but
no, that's fine.
It was definitely
I'm used to it. You are the talkie one.
Mary's from the silent era. I'm a talkie. So there is this one scene, and again, super mildly spoilery, but not spoilery, just setting up the concept. I'm not going to give you the details. But there's a scene when they first try to transition to talkies, and you see them struggling with the new filmmaking and all the new things they have to do to make that work, okay? Wow, the tension, the buildup, the pressure, the release, that whole scene is a goddamn masterclass in cinematic suspense. Just an absolute fucking masterclass. And the funniest thing, and I'm so glad my dad went, and he loved this movie too. By the way, lots of nudity, lots of sex, some pretty extreme sex stuff in here too, particularly early on. But I like the realism of it.
Again, lots of debauchery. Lots of
debauchery. But this scene, this particular scene about sound. Now, Dad and I have an experience. And I'm gonna tell you this, this is not gonna ruin the scene, because the only thing is, there's one major similarity, and that is because sound, you may not know this, but you do sound in movies, these mics are super sensitive. You can't have air conditioning on. Now granted, in modern Hollywood studios, they have figured out silent air conditioning and things like that. So there's this one time, and I feel like Dad and I were laughing harder at this scene than anybody else because we were relating. And I asked him afterwards, like, yeah, no, I was totally thinking of that time. I made the series, the original first season of Girl Scene. I think they now call it Girl Scene Flashback on Amazon because we didn't have money when we started and we got money along the way. It got better and better, blah, blah, blah. My dad is my go-to sound guy. He's an amazing boom op. He's an amazing field recordist. Like, he knows his shit. He's who I call when I need somebody to run my boom. So we were shooting this one like kind of love scene, and we had to shoot in a real club. We had the place close to ourselves, but it was summer. We had to shoot in a bathroom in a stall with 2 characters and about 4 or 5 crew people crammed in. Hottest fucking day of summer. Couldn't turn on the AC. We're in there, we're having to do multiple takes. We're dealing with maybe one of our lesser actors, I think. I may be wrong about that, don't hold me to it. So there's extra takes going on. There's a little extra tension because we're trying to get something. I forgot to tell you this part of the story. The toilet in the stall next to the one we're shooting in, oh, it wasn't pleasant. Something had happened in that toilet that had not gone down, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. So all that heat, all that smell, all of us crammed into a stall, sweating, trying to get the shot. Holy shit, did we fucking relate to this scene. Now, obviously in the movie it's a bit more extreme, but yeah, dude, I fucking loved Babylon. It absolutely deserves its nomination. And if this was a year that did not have everything everywhere all at once, this might be my pick for best movie.
Best con. Oh, okay.
Well, I would say if it's the same,
We're still talking about Emmys, sorry.
well, if it's the same 10, suppose they do the same 10 of the comedy and the drama together for Oscars, this might actually be my pick, even over Avatar.
Avatar's not taking it.
No.
As much as I love it, it's not taking it.
It should win a lot of stuff, but not Best Picture. And that's not a knock on Avatar at all. It's just, this is a strong fucking year for movies. Because like we watched Tar, which I don't think we reviewed. And even though neither of us would ever really want to watch it again, it was still a really interesting movie.
Yeah.
And deserves to be there. But I fucking loved this movie. And I can get why a lot of people don't love this movie. But I fucking loved this movie. And this cemented me as a long-term fan of Damien Chazelle. At this point, when I see his name, I'm going to be thoroughly fucking excited to go watch his flick. So, well, kudos. And I can't wait to watch this again. This, I would watch again. Tar, I'm glad I watched. Never want to watch it again, per se. Fabelmans, glad I'm watched.
Yeah.
Not excited to watch it again. This, I will fucking watch again.
It'll be a while, though.
Well, yeah. Like Everything Everywhere All at Once, I'm like, I might, you know what? I might watch that again before the Oscars, just to remind myself. Of course, by then it'll have been a year.
Again, with Babylon, there's, again, so much stuff going on. It's just like, it's like, okay, you're watching this thing. You might as well, second time around, just watch what the hell's going on in the background, because
some of those parties.
A.
Yeah, some of those parties. And Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers, he's elevating and elevating. He's getting to be a better actor and getting cooler roles. I just rewatched him in Obi-Wan. It's a step up.
I won't, because it's...
Spoiler.
Not, sort of, but not really, but I'll tell you
Okay,
afterwards.
fair enough. But also, too, listen, if you're a fan of Margot Robbie, and not just as an actor, but like if you find her attractive...
I've never seen double-sided tape do so much work.
But yet so little. I'm thinking of that red dress and some of that dancing.
Yeah.
I might be thinking about that a little too much. Yeah. Also, bonus points. Samara Weaving. Loved her. She was Constance.
Which one was Constance?
When she was coming up in the silence and the lady that
oh, the
she
director?
was co-starring with.
Oh, the one she's coming. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, fucking love it. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Wrapping thoughts? Okay, bye. Well, hello. Welcome back to Julia Childs Makes Cocktails. Today, we're going to make the appropriate drink for Miss Julia Childs. We're going to make a Cadillac Lady, because ladies deserve to ride in fashion like a Cadillac. Pink Cadillac. I don't know any more words, and I need a haircut real bad, and I've had a fun day. Hi, everybody. We were hanging out with chef friends and making videos and food. All right, so I don't know. I picked something random out of this book. We have the Cadillac Lady. This book is a little weird, the way it works things, because it's like one measure of this, one measure of that, one measure of that. So I'm like, okay.
So pick your poison and
I'm going to, yeah, because I've looked around. It doesn't tell me. I'm going to assume one measure is 1.5 ounces.
That would... Basically, it means you can scale it to whatever size you want it.
Except this is one measure of one measure each of 3 ingredients and 1 egg white. It doesn't give you a measure on the egg white, 1 egg white. So that does mean it needs to be a particular measure. Speaking of egg whites, we have the pasteurized egg white liquids. This was Best Buy December 22nd, 2022. It's January 4th.
Did you smell it?
No. Because he who smelt it dealt it. Plus, I just dropped those pizza farts, girl. You know what's...
Because like if it smells like sulfur, it's definitely gone bad. Of course, that might be only if you have the yellows in.
Well, yeah, because it is just whites, and they are pasteurized. Oh, I don't smell anything bad.
Okay.
We're probably fine. So I'm going to assume it's 1.5 ounces of 3 things. It's 1.5 ounces of gin. We're going to go with the Hendrix. 1.5 ounces of fresh squeezed lemon juice. And 1.5 ounces of Grand Marnier. All fancy. Thank you, Charlie. All right. We're gonna mix this all together, shake it with a little ice in a thing, and strain it. And then we're gonna tell you about the weather in LA today. It's very sunny. It's very pretty out, much like EricButts' wife. It's quite attractive.
We're not on fire today.
We're not on fire today, so y'all want to come and visit California? Well, don't, because you know it's California, and the only people that live here are crazy people and people who make movies and have to. And then crazy people who make movies and tell you the weather. Like me, your pal, David Lynch. I don't know. I've had a bottle of wine, shut up.
Just the bottle of wine?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And half a pizza.
Okay.
And some fun hangout time with my chef buddies.
You got a...
Oh, that doesn't matter. Use cellular data. Hi, Mary, you were in that shot.
Okay, I did not know what the fuck that was.
Our internet dropped. It's
Oh.
been fucking
When are
bitchy
you
for a
calling
bit.
AT&T?
Tomorrow, no, Friday, 2 days from the filming of this, I'm gonna go out to AT&T and we're gonna get their cable boxes and give that 2-week plan a go. Cause you know why? 2 reasons. They have cloud DVR, like a company that exists in 2023 should. And apparently, Dad and I, even though living at different addresses, can do 1 cable subscription instead of 2.
You're all on the same plan?
Yeah. And we can use our cable anywhere we go. It's gonna be awesome, hopefully. Ooh, that is a nice color. Gloop. So this is basically an orange liqueur. So we got some orange, we got some lemon, we got some gin, we got some egg. I have so much work to do tonight. All right, I think I got about 2 ounces. Ooh, that is potent smelling. That stuff.
Is it the Grand Marnier or it mixed with the gin?
I think just the Grand Marnier itself. It wasn't bad. I just got a nice little whiff of oranginess. Now, if I believe correctly, I think that pasteurized egg whites, when measured out to be 1 egg's worth, should be, I would have been wrong. I would have guessed 2 tablespoons, but it's actually 3 tablespoons equaling 1 large egg white.
Why don't you just measure in there? It has a tablespoon measure.
Mary, have you met your husband, Eric? Sometimes he is a dumb shit. Oh my God, that's disgusting. I'm kidding. It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine here. It's supposed to have that weird...
I don't know.
It's gonna get strained out. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure the alcohol will kill it.
Nobody ever really minded a little chicken sperm in their mouths. Most people I've known in Hollywood don't mind sperm in their mouths at all. What the fuck? Alright, and on that note, I'm gonna put a little ice in there. Not a lot. I think I over ice these things sometimes. So I'm just gonna go with 4 cubes. I tend to go 7 or 8 cubes, which I feel like
And
is
then
just...
you have trouble straining it out.
Yeah, and it just puts too much water in there. So I'm working on my straining game. All right. Tim, how are you doing? The weather today is frightful, but the skies are so delightful. So are the pies. Laura Palmer. I don't know why I'm so stuck on that.
Is that what their lunch sounds like?
A little bit. I should show you a video. It's not the best impression, but it's not the worst either, Mary. Although you just saw him in something. Oh, I don't want to spoil it.
That thing with the thing.
The thing with the people and the movies
That
and
definitely seems to be pouring better.
the awards. It is definitely a frothier drink than anticipated.
It's a very pale looking drink.
It's all that egg white, all that delicious chicken cum protein. That's how babies work. Yes, chickens come and babies happen. I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. Yeah, I do. It's called awesome. I got a disease, Mary, and it's called awesome. All right. Oh, boy.
No maraschino cherry or anything?
I feel like it needs one. I'm not going to do it. It doesn't ask for it. But it smells kind of good. Nice little foamy layer. Nice color, a little pineapple-y color.
Yeah, that's not the color I was expecting, to be honest.
No, I know, right? It's not bad, but it's not good either, Mary.
I'm gonna pass.
It's
I
very
don't like
lemony.
gin.
It's very lemon juice. What did you say?
Oh, lemon juice and gin. Ugh.
I don't really taste the gin. I don't really taste the Grand Marnier. I don't really taste the egg. I taste the lemon juice.
I still think I'm gonna pass.
You might. It's very... Actually, if anything, I might like this more as I drink it because I do like the tart sourness of a lemon.
Blech.
I'll suck on lemons. Especially if they're named Liz. And I'm in 30 Rock. Now, I would like to meet the Tracy Morgan. So, also, I had wine mouth. Let me see. Oh, Mary heard a cat purr. You know she's going to stop filming me. And Mary! Mary, the weather! The weather, Mary! What about the weather?
Oh, I think the boys wrestling.
You're going to cut back to me and there's going to be some body horror. Again, what I've learned about a lot of these cocktails is sometimes I just need to let them sit for a second. Mm-hmm. Again, I don't hate it, but I can't say like, oh, this is amazing. I need to have this all the time. It's very much just tastes kind of like lemon juice. But I did just realize it's 3 ounces of liquor that I'm about to drink. What's the proof on Grand Marnier? How does this equate to Cointreau?
90 proof?
40%. Well, 40% alcohol by volume.
80 proof.
So yeah, 80 proof.
That's close.
Yes, you are, Mary. 40% alcohol by volume. 51% cognac, 49% orange liqueur. Oh, so there's cognac in here. This is imported by Campari America. Oh no, Mary, according to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcohol beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects, Mary. It's going to be a body horror, I told you, Mary. Don't drink this. Not during pregnancy, Mary. You can't have any right now.
Excuse you? Oh, the kids notice me filming.
I was just trying to keep them guessing.
Ah!
Ah, the body horror, Mary, the body horror. Ow! Just had to wipe your nose, Mary. Why is it so wide? Oh, you put it on the half? Oh. It fucks with the audio.
Oh, I did not know that.
It's okay. Hey, Mary. Mary did a thing.
I did a thing.
I will tell you that the timing was poor as it ruined my evening. Because
As
we came
so
back.
often I do.
I still love you. We came back from a wonderful night, and then I sat in silence for 90 minutes and while she was doing a physical thing, and I helped occasionally when she needed it, and then I got yelled at, and it was okay. But you know what? Maybe we should start here. Let's give it a little sneak peek. Y'all watched a lot of these videos. You know this causes aggravation. But look, oh my God, you can actually like get to things, and these aren't even the things we need that much because look. We showed you at Christmas, Mary. Come Vanna White this motherfucker. I'd like to buy a basil, Mary. There's one basil. Spin again. I'd like to solve. I'm missing chipotle chili powder. But yes, we finally have I mean, we'll see how it works. It's fine. It looks like it's gonna be great. It's certainly convenient. Or commonly
I
used.
ran out of space in the pepper and poppy seed
I
section.
mean, you know, because a certain somebody's like, I need 18 types of chili powder. But seriously, look, hold on. Okay, there's cheap chili powder. There's organic ancho chili powder. We have some guajillo chili powder, some jalapeno chili powder. I need to find more of this. This is my favorite. Hot Mexican style chili powder. I need to find more chipotle chili powder. And then, okay, that's all. But there's other chili powders. I need them.
And then there's all the duplicates.
Duplicates, because some idiot keeps buying things when he's at the grocery. Like, do we have basil? I don't know if we're out of basil. Let me buy 18 more bottles of basil.
It's like, we were out of time. Now there was a whole nother bottle of time.
Time in a bottle.
So now we have 2 bottles.
Now we have 2 bottles of time. We got all the time in the world.
We got multiple bottles of cinnamon.
Mary, we have all the time in the world. No, we don't. Okay, I'll buy some more. Oh! All right. Exciting times. Hello, Napoleon. Hello, handsome. You gonna let Daddy pet you now? We had some.
Up and give me Tum Tum?
We had some loud friends over. He's still a little spooked. Oh, he's gonna give Mommy some Tum Tum. Look at this cute boy right there.
You have Tum Tum? Oh, I Tum Tum.
Oh, he's like, yeah. Here. Let me push you. Here's where you need to be, right here. And I was like, I'm not loving. Hi, Mommy. I was spooked today too.
Yes, you're a brave boy.
Yeah.
Okay. And on that note, I need to finish this vlog.
Okay, that's the vlog. Listen, it's 2:16 a.m. I just shot 5 trailers. Mary never messaged me. She said they should be fine. I don't think the bass from the trailers really bothered her, so I think we're okay. That said, Jesus, what did we do today? 3 Throwdown Thursdays. Everything in a vlog except for the cooking segment and 5 trailers. So, yeah, I did well more than an entire week's worth of YouTube work today. Oh, I don't have a Patreon thing. Oh, tomorrow I have to get this song ready. We have a song coming out Friday. If you're watching this, I put out a new song today. It's actually a song from 2014. It is that recording. There's a long story short that I have 20 songs from that recording session, 16 of which would make for a great album. And of that, maybe 8 are kind of pretty close to perfect as is, but I don't have my original tracking version, so I can't really do much with them. I'd have to redo them. But now that I'm releasing things as singles, my dad has been asking for this song to come out forever, so we're putting that out. Check out Another Destiny that came out today. I think it's great. I would have liked to have done just minor tweaks to it, but I couldn't. New stuff coming soon. I'm starting to record the new stuff. Very excited about it. But I may need to cut back on some of the YouTube still. Not trailers. Trailers are fine. Thursdays are fine as long as we bank them ahead of time. It's just the vlogs. Now that I don't do as much other YouTube stuff, the vlogs I'm putting more effort into, more thought, more stress. I need to pull that off. But also it might just be a balance of I made all this extra free time and I don't feel like I've gotten any of it because once I got there, it was time for the holidays. So we'll see how things go. It might have just been the holidays that ate up the free time. But now it's 2:18 in the morning. I have to edit this entire vlog from scratch. I need to, well, priority, I need to edit Thursday's Throwdown Thursday. That's fairly easy except for the render and upload, render, export, upload. And I need to edit these 5 fucking trailers. So, and I'm still gonna take out the trash. So, oh boy, I'm gonna be working till 5 or 6 a.m. So with that note, thank you everybody. I love y'all. I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you'll bear with me as we move along on things and might have some cool stuff. I have things I want to do for Patreon, music related. Like, there's another song I might release that I've had a few iterations throughout my time I've never released, and it's one of my favorites. And then I was like, well, maybe I'd do a new acoustic performance. Maybe I'd do a new acoustic performance of Another Destiny. Not by this Friday, but there should be some stuff. A few people have left my Patreon recently. Totally understand. I totally understand. You know, it hasn't been for everybody lately. But I either need to do something better for that or I need to let it go. Because at this point, it's kind of in the way. Even though it is about music. But I can do better. I don't care. All I really want to do is I want to make music. I don't even care if I get famous with it. I don't care if I make money with it. Again, I've always said I'd like to make enough money to press it on vinyl. For it to be popular enough to warrant doing that. But ultimately, I think my ultimate goal as any kind of artist in any of my fields is I would just like to make some stuff that's good enough and gets out there to the right people to where basically senpai notice me. Like, people I'm a fan of that inspire me to do what I do. It would be great to get to a place where they recognize that and they want to do that with me. They want to collaborate with me. And I do feel like I have managed to achieve that on YouTube. You know, like where I got to work with Channel Awesome, where I got to work with Hack the Movies, you know, things like that. You know, I get to be on some other things, but yeah, I just need to make music. All these discovered demos of mine, I'm so goddamn excited to make music. And the trick for me to be more creative, I need to make my schedule to where I can be bored. I have the luxury of doing that
if I don't keep putting myself into doing things like YouTube that I also love. And again, trailer reacts, not a problem. Those don't take that much effort. I enjoy doing it, especially when I get to do these runs of more obscure horror things I really love. But, because I love all cinema, but that's my jam. Anyways, I need to shut up. It's 2:20. So comment below, what do you know? What are you thinking? How you digging everything? Thank you for everything. Happy New Year. I got some really cool cooking things coming up. But other than that, click the thumbs up button, give me the good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. Remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together. Check out my music at TheEricButts.com, or check my Bandcamp if you're looking for the new stuff. That's when it first drops. It takes a week or two. I might be using a different service this time. It takes a week or two usually to hit Spotify and all that, but check all that out, look me up, and get excited for the new stuff. Because even this thing from 2014 is really better than a lot of stuff I've put out. But man, the new, there's this one new, brand fucking new song I'm so thrilled with. Some of my most passionate writing yet. Check all that out. Look up Eric Butts anywhere you listen to music. Try a couple songs, see what you think. Other than that, and then of course I'm making some short films hopefully this year. So check out my out-of-date website, TheEricButts.com, for some of my previous filmmaking work. And man, we did a lot of gaming today with some different people, and it was really fun. But it was, there's a lot today. Check out the links in the description below for more content, more ways to support the channel, and then click that see more button to see more butts. I gotta go. I love y'all. I'll see you all. Bye. Later.